Ready? Play.
That's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, one of the things that impressed me in Washington, D.C. when she won the match against Peyton Stearns is how well she started. Just pure with the forehand, which is the weaker side for Venus. And she served really well. And I think that is going to be ultra important this evening.
Do you think the tactic, Stubbsy, for Venus will be the serve +1? Like, doesn't want to get into long rallies, just wants to really just try and back her ball striking?
Yeah, I mean, I think what we're seeing early is that trying to do her best, not to have long rallies. Look, I mean, she's 45 years of age. She doesn't want to be playing super long rallies, but she has the ability, as we've already seen, to hit the serve and the big +1. She has to be very wary of that. And one thing that Venus has always struggled with a little bit through her career is the second serve can sit there. And Olga Danilovic is very tall, so the ball is going to be right in her hitting zone.
Let's first serve.
This is where you want to just try and settle the nerves. Very important game for both.
Yeah, you feel, Stubbsy, that it's important, isn't it, just to get off to a good start for Venus. I mean, there's got to be some nerves even at her age, at 45.
There's nerves for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're Venus Williams or, you know, a lucky loser in here. Everyone feels the nerves.
You're going to love that. What a start from Venus Williams here on Cain Arena. That's a confidence booster.
First game.
Yeah, it is. I think one of the things that's going to help Venus tonight is that she has a tendency on the second serve to hit the slider, which goes a lot of times sort of sitting there to people's forehands. But she's going to be able to get that away from the backhand side of Danilovic. So we'll see how that affects Danilovic tonight and if she adjusts on the return. But what a serve out wide. And I have to say, in Washington, that's a serve she hit really well. And that, to me, shows confidence, because that is a serve she could not hit very well, Josh, in the last couple of years when she was still playing at full time.
Yeah, it was really the serve and the forehand that got a little shaky under pressure. The second serve, I thought, as well, towards the back end of her first journey.
And another issue tonight for Danilovic is that she's a lefty, and she is going to serve predominantly on big points to Venus's strength, which is the backhand. And we saw what happened just there.
Just after 8 o'clock local time here in Melbourne on day one, and still a fair bit of heat in the court. These courts have been lively today. The conditions are faster this year.
13-10.
I know, Jill Krabus, you're courtside. You're going to keep a keen eye on Danilovic's body language down there.
Yeah, definitely. And also taking a look at her face and seeing if she has any sort of look of nerves. She seems to be taking some deep breaths and trying to calm herself.
Oh, you got to love it. Venus Williams has come out storming tonight so far.
That is vintage. Venus Williams there with the backhand to backhand. You're not going to win too many rallies in that situation where it's going to the forehand. And I think that gives her time. Danilovic has a bit of spin on the forehand, and Venus with her height just crushes it down the line. What a start from Venus Williams.
It's the perfect start. Breaks first game. Venus Williams, 2-love.
And already Subsy, just a little bit of look of frustration. I think she knew that she needed to get on the board right away in the beginning of this match, just to settle the nerves, just a little bit of look over her. A coaching team just not pleased with the fact that she wasn't able to hold serve.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, she's going to have a problem because her forehand, she likes to go cross-court and whip it off the court. But against Venus, you are going to be in all sorts of hurt because that goes to her best shot. Got a little lucky there. That was a little bit off the frame. Danilovic's coach on the right there.
Let's first.
He's had a lot of coaching jobs.
Yeah, his brother was, in fact, Francisco Clavat was a very good tennis player. Just finished up coaching Karen Hatchinoff last...
Well, for a number of years.
Yeah, last sort of 4 or 5 years. Two good strikes here. This is where Danilovic is so dangerous. She can get hot.
Number 13.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad serve there from Venus, trying to get the first serve in and just absolutely crushes the return.
Love 40.
Trouble, love 40, just decelerating a little bit on that swing, and she gets a bit round arm.
There's Venus's husband there pumping the fists. He must be so nervous watching this match.
That's right.
First one as husband and wife. Oh, that's so lucky.
Well, it was almost a complete shank, but you'll take it. So
Williams
that is the break
leads
back
5-2
from
into the round.
Danilovic. Venus Williams leads 2-1 first set. Olga Danilovic, in fact, goes out with, well, her partner, Jan Oblak, is the Slovenian national soccer captain. He's the goalkeeper for Atletico Madrid. So he's a pretty handy athlete himself. She's been based and really residing for the best part of 6 or 7 years now in Spain. And she has, initially when she moved to Spain, did a lot of work with Alex Correcha.
Hence the Spanish connection with the
Yeah.
coaching.
That's
Because
right.
her coach is also married to Virginia Rana Pascual, who was a great player in her own right.
Well, you would have played against her many times.
Too many times.
Time.
So it's been a glorious start to the AO 26 here. It's just been a picture-perfect day. It doesn't get any better than that. The Yarra River, that just meanders through into the city and through this incredible sporting capital, really, of the world, some even say. But it's just such a great precinct now. It's expanded, where everything's just getting bigger and better. And I'm sure the organisers are thrilled with how day one has been going so far. Let's just see now. This is the interesting thing for me, Stubbsy. Just, can she sustain the level?
Yeah, that's a serve that she's not going to really like. That swinger lefty into the forehand body. It's a
nightmare.
It's a nightmare for anybody, but particularly Venus, who has quite a big swing on that forehand. Just to shorten the swing up.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like already from the first couple games, Venus much prefers to have the ball away from her a little bit. We saw it in the first game where she served and had that first strike on the ball, but she is struggling to get out of her own way right now. Like that was a perfect example. It was on the stretch a little bit further away. It allows her to be able to swing through the ball.
Yep, I can tell you from playing Venus the amount of times that I did, the better the serve to the backhand in particular, the better the return came back on many occasions. So you want to try and jam her with the serve, or certainly to the forehand. So a relatively big point here for both players, because Venus must feel like she started great and now it's a little bit more of a match.
Well, it's only out by a fraction, but it's enough. So Danilovic levels at 2 games all.
2 games all at first set.
Stubbsy, were you surprised when you know, in the last 6 to 12 months when we see Venus re-entering tournaments? Did that surprise you?
I mean, in some way, yeah. I didn't expect her to come back, especially at this age. But also, I know how much she loves playing tennis, and she loves competing. And, you know, she said it many times, like, what else am I going to do? Why not? Keeps her in shape, travels the world still, and enjoys it.
I guess we don't always see it here in Australia, but I mean, I know you've spent a lot of time with both of them, particularly Serena. They're such big personalities and so famous worldwide.
Yep. Venus is very low-key, though. She's very different in a lot of ways to Serena.
What's the chances of Serena watching this at home thinking, boy, I wouldn't mind be playing a little more tennis as well?
Well, we'll see. I mean, she did enter the drug testing
That's
pool,
right.
which was a little of a shock to a lot of people. But you never know. But I tell you what has to happen is that Venus needs to find a little Serena serving here because she's just missing way too many first serves. That's a better job there.
Yeah, first serve stats at 46%, so she needs to be a lot higher than that, and only won 1 of 7. 1 of 7 when that second serve goes in. She's still got it.
There's nothing better than watching Venus Williams on the full stretch on forehand and backhand. It's almost like, as Jill Krabus talked about, she loves it when it's outside the hitting zone. She can just end range, just generates so much pace on the forehand, right on the line.
Jill, it's cool, isn't it, when you're sitting courtside, whenever she hits a winner, the crowd are just so up and about, aren't they?
Almost to the point where I can barely hear you, actually. They're so loud, but it's great. It's creating such a good atmosphere. And I almost feel like not only Venus on the stretch, I feel like she likes getting tested on the stretch too. It makes her go for a little bit more. It makes her penetrate with the shot a little bit more, and it's working to her advantage.
Well done from Venus. It's a well-struck first serve. Needed it. And we're on serve. Venus leading 3-2 first set.
3 games to 2 first set.
It's a long day, isn't it, when you're scheduled around this time? You know, not so easy to fill your day in when you know that you're coming in and likely to play around 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, but I think, look, this is a wily veteran in Venus Williams, and she's so used to playing at night, Josh, because she's usually such a draw card. So for her to play at night, it's no different. And this is, you know, this isn't too late at 8 p.m. On a beautiful night here in Melbourne. It's still quite warm, which would help her. You don't want to play in cool conditions once you get older, as you and I know. But that was a big game mentally to get out of, to be honest. Because up 2 love and then quickly, she didn't look good for a couple of games there, so that was really important for her to get out of it.
Time.
As the sun just starts to set over Port Phillip Bay. It is a real pretty sight here on John Cain Arena, where we've got Venus Williams here. Big support. No surprise to anyone for Venus Williams. Olga Danilovic coming out to serve. We're on serve. 3-2 first set. Amazing stat. She hasn't missed a first serve.
I know. I was just looking at it. 13 of 13 first serves, and that has to be frustrating as a returner. If you're Venus, thinking, have I faced a second serve? No, I have not. That's the shot. If I'm in Venus's corner, I'm like, any opportunity you can to punish deep into the forehand side of Danilovic. She has a very extreme forehand grip, and she has struggled with that particular shot.
Well, I like that forehand better from Danilovic. She had a little bit more shape over the net. She didn't rush herself. The previous one, it almost felt like she planted her feet too soon. But I would like to see her use that one that has a little bit more height and jumps up on Venus a bit more. Here's my only thing with that shot, though.
Jill, is that when she hits that top spin forehand with a bit more spin and it goes up high against a lot of players, to Venus, it's kind of in her hitting
she's
zone.
Tall, yeah.
So you have,
but probably not to the backhand either.
yeah, definitely not to the backhand. So we'll see.
I think Stubbsy, as long as it has that heaviness about it, it can't just sit there up for Venus, right? But if it has good rotation, a lot of spin that kicks up, sometimes it's tough to get aggressive on.
Well, that's a good hold in the end. Had to fight a little early in that service game.
3 games all.
I get the feeling, Stubbsy, I'm not convinced she's settled yet, Danilovic. She doesn't feel comfortable.
No, she doesn't. But if you're Danilovic, you're thinking, I'm not playing at my best and I'm 3-all. And that last game from Venus, trust me, Josh, Venus would be mad. The amount of backhands she missed in that previous game would really tee her off.
Third round points to defend as well.
That's right.
That's always in the back of your mind, really, isn't it? So Stubbsy, if you're 68 in the world and you lose first round here, if you're Danilovic and you're losing those sort of points, that pushes you, maybe 90. It's hard to build a schedule, isn't it, when you're ranked around there? You sort of want to be pushing up inside the top 50 so you can plan and build a proper schedule.
She's getting used to that one, Josh. The body serve is a good one, but if you don't hit it hard enough, right here, Danilovic is able to get the feet around and crush this forehand. And as good a mover as Venus Williams is, she's not as good as she used to be. Brilliant. When she has space on that backhand, it's still one of the best in the game. Oh, but this is the problem. This is how I feel she will win this match. If she can keep getting the ball deep to the forehand, this is a spin. Now she can step in. I know it's high, but for Venus, this is easy. She can go back to the forehand or she can drive this down the line. I think Danilovic is going to have a lot of pain if she doesn't get that forehand deeper.
Well, I think that's a very good return. It's a good play to just go hard down the center of the court, but definitely still with some good depth. That's the shot that's been rushing Venus, especially off that slower serve.
She holds again. It's another good service game from Venus Williams. Leads 4-3 first set.
Williams leads by 4 games to 3 in the first set.
I've been very impressed, Stubbsy. I must say I'm really impressed with the ball striking. I shouldn't be, of course, we know, but it's been good.
Well, it's one of the things, Josh, I tell you, she didn't play for 18 months. She came back and played that match against Peyton Stearns in DC, and I was so impressed of how perfect the ball came off of her strings. It was just pure and solid, and look, like you said, why should we be surprised? This is one of the great players of all time, and you don't lose what you've done well. The thing that falls apart is the body and the speed around the court, but she still hits the ball the same. It's just a matter of physicality, injuries, and speed around the court as you age. And what we're seeing right now is that Danilovic is not getting her on the run enough and making her play enough. And Venus is serving well.
So a fresh racket here for Olga Danilovic. New balls after 7 games. And what has been a really solid start from Venus Williams here on Cain Arena. There's a real vibe out here.
Impressive serving in this match so far from Danilovic. Just 95% of first serves in, 18 of 19. That is...
Missed 1 first serve out of 19. Alright, so 19 from 20. I mean, you could go through the books and there is just not too many times you'll see a stat like that.
I wonder what the record is. I think Stefanos Tsitsipas here one year it made so many in a row.
Right.
We'll have to find out.
I mean, if the score's 4-3 and she's missed 1 first serve out of 21, wait till she does get a few second serve looks here, Venus Williams.
How about the moving there, Josh?
Looks good.
A lot of people are saying, oh, they don't think she could. She's moving that well. For me, a 45-year-old, that's pretty great moving. Speaking Italian, because Venus speaks Italian fluently. For everybody at home, teach a good service motion and it will not break down under pressure. And we've seen that this evening from Danilovic. She might be nervous, but this service motion is really pretty.
Certainly is. It's really what kept her in the match. What kept it tight here at 4-all. Just serves so magnificently well. Have a look at this, Stubbsy. It's just so smooth and gets full extension. It's easy power.
It's high elbow. That's what I look for so much in particularly the women. If they get that nice high elbow, they're able to pronate, they're able to get the power and the consistency.
Really loving it when she gives herself space on that forehand. Sometimes she gets in a little close to the body, but when she gives herself space with the footwork, it's clean.
That's the serving for me. As I said, for a number of years there, really struggled with getting the serve out wide. And one of the things that Venus does so well, she gets that pronation there. You see it at the top.
He's done a good job of being able to flatten that serve out. She's got a little round arm for a large chunk of her career where she just couldn't quite get full extension.
I can tell you, I coached against her a couple of times, and I said, don't worry about the serve down the tee and out wide, because she can't hit it. But I am so impressed how well she's hitting it tonight.
Great return. Just clips the line.
Let's. First serve.
Well done again from Venus Williams. She's piling on the pressure here on Cain Arena. And has played brilliantly. 5-4. Williams leads. Really putting on a show here.
Yeah, she's managing her own nerves, and you know, even the simple things like eating the banana here. It's an awkward time. Would not have eaten dinner, right? And this is a time that you would have had dinner by now. Instead, you would have warmed up at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 4 o'clock preparing for this match, and then you don't really get to eat a normal dinner, and so you're sort of trying to keep your energy up by having a banana on the side of the court, and so. Yeah, awkward time to play for a lot of players because of the need for food at this time of the evening. But what a beautiful evening it is.
It doesn't get much better, does it? And that's Grand Slam Oval there, where they've got these really big screens where that crowd there is watching the new #1, Arena Sabalenka, in action. She's playing on Rod Laver Arena.
I'd say there's a few bevies going on out there, little Aperol spritzers.
Sure, certainly would be. It's been that day for it. So from the current former world #1 to the former world #1 here on Cain Arena, and Venus Williams has been very impressive. I'm sure there's a lot of players back in the hotel room watching this out of interest, and love for the game of tennis. Would be pretty happy to see Venus playing so well.
Okay, and we're starting to see a little demonstrative behavior from Danilovic as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think just moments where she makes a mistake and almost looks a little panicky right before she's going to hit the ball. And it's usually when she's starting to get a little bit on the defense, she can still make a good play, but the panic comes in a little bit sooner than normal. It's a great serve.
15-all.
And see, even there, Josh, I feel like she had that forehand, and rather than go to the backhand side, she tried to change it up and go line, but that is not the comfortable shot for her under pressure. Huge moments here now.
Oh, did enough. That was a brave point from Danilovic. Gave it a little more shape on the forehand, and that just got the ball jumping.
A smart move into the net as well. You don't want to let that ball bounce. The pressure then builds in the point and the anxiety.
How good.
Vintage.
It is so good. I mean, Danilovic can't believe it. She thinks this ball was long. Don't mess with the electronic line calling, but you're right, Stubbsy. This is just vintage.
Look at this backhand, just right on the line, and then no hesitation, hitting the right forehand down the line.
So she earns herself a set point, Venus Williams.
Oh, she blocked that back. Just stop moving the feet. Needed to take one or two more slight small steps there to get out of the way of the ball, and she knows it.
Advantage, Danilovic.
It's a remarkable effort for Venus at 45 years of age. Physically and mentally.
Well, some good, tricky play there from Danilovic. She didn't have much of a play on this low backhand, and rather than try and hit a topspin backhand, she chose to hit that little slider slice backhand, and it got away from Venus.
Just gets it. That was great serving in the end from Danilovic. Had to serve well to save a set point. 5-all.
She did well to fight through some emotions in that game too, and also her first serve percentage dropped, so she was more under the gun there with Venus's return and being aggressive. So even more so how well she was able to compose herself through that game to hold.
15 love.
Obviously a very important moment here for Venus also to just let go of the disappointment of not having won that first set with that set point, a makeable forehand. Has to put that behind her.
Such good numbers, Stubbsy, with this server. Serving at 60% in. But when she gets that first serve, she's won 15 of 18.
Yeah.
Talks about that sort of, can you call it a new and improved serve or a confident serving?
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive what I'm seeing, and particularly that one she just hit.
Ball.
And obviously, Josh, if Venus is serving at a good clip and getting a good first strike on the ball, she's not then having to defend and have to move that much. And clearly that's going to be very important going forward. This first set is way more important for Venus, I feel, than Danilovic.
No hesitation. It's not that easy when you haven't played a bunch of matches, Stubbs. You know it. To have the trust and the belief just to keep hitting out.
Yeah, but you know, when you know it's your game, you know that's how you win. You have to keep forcing yourself to do it.
Oh. Just superb from Venus Williams. Crowd loving it, and why wouldn't they? She leads 6-5 first set. Good look here at the service motion. She's really driving up. She's physical. She lost that physicality a little bit through the leg drive a while back in her first stage of her career, I felt, but tonight it's been free-flowing. Again, look at the movement, the intensity, the quality, the urgency.
The thing that's always impressed me about both Venus and Serena is the early racket preparation. They're so known for that, getting that racket face back really immediately. As soon as they see the ball, they're getting the racket face back. And so then all you have to worry about then is your feet, right? Because your hands are back and you get your footwork organized, and then boom, you just swing at the ball. And that's what both she and Serena always did really well.
So Olga Danilovic coming out to serve to stay in this first set. She had to fight off a set point in her previous service game. And what has been a high quality match here on Cain Arena.
Love.
And if you get some returns with her back, okay, come on. Got this. Keep making winning plays.
Let's for serve.
Ball.
I think at any time in this game, as soon as she has enough time to crush it, whether it's a forehand or a backhand to the forehand side of Danilovic, that's the area that Venus needs to concentrate on. And good footwork before she hits the ground strokes.
Thirty for 10.
Fault.
Doesn't get the point, but I like her awareness. She up in the court, trying to pile on a bit of pressure. I like it.
But I feel like there, Josh, she's trying to hit it and get back into the court. I think she needs to just make the decision. I'm really going to try and be aggressive, but go forward and not worry about that second shot, because Danilovic really struggles with hitting that forehand down the line anyway to the open court.
Fault.
All right, we're heading to a tiebreak here. 6 games all.
Vamos, this one, from the beginning, eh? Legs. I need legs, please. From the
In
beginning,
that
a full
previous
intensity.
game,
Come on.
just I'm sitting right behind Venus's coach and husband. I just heard Diego, after those couple mistakes, just remind her, short memory, let it go, and just start right now with the tiebreak.
Yeah, you feel it's nothing in this first set, really. A lot of good serving from both players under pressure, and you feel like it might come down to just who serves best in this particular tiebreak. And too many unforced errors on the forehand side,
2-0.
I feel, Josh,
Do you
from
think
Venus.
Do you think she's just lost the shape a little bit?
Yeah, I think on that one, she's better off going inside out. That is actually her more comfortable forehand. Danilovic just getting the errors here.
Stays in touch. 2-1, Danilovic leads.
2-1, Danilovic.
So much to play for. This, I know you touched on it earlier, Stubbsy, but this is crucial, the first set, you would think, for Venus Williams.
Yeah, I think physically very important for Williams to win the first set. What happened there, Jill?
I don't think she knows what happened there. She was already, what you noticed earlier, where she was serving and already moving in a direction, and she's been sometimes serving and jumping backwards, and she just got caught completely off balance.
I mean, I haven't seen a return that horrible, though. I mean, that missed by a mile.
Nice little run of points here, 3 in a row for Venus.
But Josh, don't you see the difference when Danilovic is on the run with the forehand? Her grip is so extreme on the forehand, it is very hard for her to hit the forehand on the run. Whereas with someone like Venus, she has a very, very basic continental slide eastern grip. So for her to hit it on the run forehand, it's so much easier. So you got to get her on the move if you're Venus on the forehand side. Just like that.
Make it 4 points in a row. There's been a real momentum shift here on John Cain in this tiebreak.
4-2 Williams.
It's great when you have a Western grip, when you have time and you can rotate through the ball and let it rip. You think about Iga Świątek, Coco Gauff with the extremity on the forehand. If you don't accelerate, you are in trouble. And for Danilovic, she has the same problem. If you press to the forehand, she is going to give you either a short ball or she will miss.
Didn't want to hit that low forehand because of the extreme grip.
That's right, but because of the extremity on the grip, Josh, she has to go cross-court. And on a lot of players, that would be good to the backhand, but to Venus Williams, you are in all sorts of trouble. Backhand passing shot always been one of the best. That's the right shot, though.
5-3 Williams.
Just looked like she fell off of it. Instead of keeping that body momentum forward through the shot, it would have kept the ball down. It would not have flown over the baseline. Andrea cannot even look. He's so nervous.
Oh, can you believe it? What a shot from Venus Williams on end range. Danilovic can't believe it.
But that's the shot I'm talking about. It's absolutely at end range for Venus Williams here on the forehand. This was a great backhand, a bit lucky in shank, but she's able to, with her grip, hit that shot on the full run. What a shot.
Oh, I love the reaction. So Venus Williams here on John Cain Arena has 3 set points. Yep. Just really just put a little more on that second serve.
6-4
Went for it.
Williams.
Venus with the veteran move here to take her time and towel off.
All right. 2 have gone by pretty quick here.
6-5
One here on the serve of Venus Williams.
Well, Josh will see the confidence now. Does she go with the one out wide?
That's the hardest serve for her to hit, but she's been hitting it pretty well tonight. This crowd is about to erupt if she wins this point. She's done it! Venus Williams has turned back the clock. And don't they love it here on John Cain Arena. Venus Williams wraps up the first set. 7-6. Well, you got to love this, Stubbsy. What a set of tennis from Venus Williams. I certainly can't believe how well she's played, and I think that the thing for me is the serve. She's been so impressive with the serve and just willingness to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's such an important aspect of her game. Always has been the first serve. Once she gets it in, she dominates so much, which is why she won 5 Wimbledon titles. Get that first serve in, go for the first strike. But what was interesting in that last point, Josh, she didn't go for the big serve. She went for the first serve. She probably felt the nerves. So rather than have to maybe miss the first serve and then have to hit a second serve, she went for the 3/4 pace first serve, rallied, and then when she got the forehand to hit inside out, she went for her favorite shot. And that, to me, is a wily veteran with confidence to finish that set.
Certainly was. It was incredible.
Can I just say, it's a friend of ours, a mutual friend, I won't say who it is, but who used to play tennis, texted me and she said, she's so fit, incredible work by her. I underestimated her big time. And it was a conversation that we had together, and I said, listen, don't forget we're talking about one of the greatest champions of all time, and on the biggest occasions, she brings her best. And we saw it at the US Open against Muchova. She ran out of steam in the 3rd set, Josh, but she came to play in that moment. And I still think that no matter who it is that she's playing against, she's still one of the greatest players of all time. And Andrea's fired up.
Oh, I think we all are. The whole stadium here on John Cain is fired up.
Now it's about being able to put that behind her and physically bring it mentally in this second set early, because I really feel like that's important. I mean, she's accomplished enough and a veteran. She knows how to manage these emotional moments, but still, even for her, Josh, this is still pretty overwhelming.
Yeah, it's special.
Oh, she's going for the retake. Oh, because Danilovic has left the court. So I don't mind this for Venus, actually, to sort of sit and get a bit of a break and
absorb it all.
Bring her heart rate down. As you know, when you play a match and a point like that, your heart rate is through the roof, and she has now an opportunity to bring it back down and reset and start again. So I actually don't think this helps Danilovic. I think this helps Venus. You're all going to get a lesson in how to grip a racket right here. Not happy with the start. It's very important. The start is very important. You don't want to have any double up. You don't want it to be too fat at the beginning. You don't want to have wrinkles. Then you start getting blisters in your hand.
Well, it's been one of those incredible starts to the Australian Open, and what a pretty scene it is here. Perfect day today, not a cloud in the sky all day. It was actually really warm around the grounds, and
magnificent.
With the upgrade of there's so much more shade around the venue, the entire venue now. So that's been the overwhelming feedback from the fans, and it's more than just a tennis event. It's such a show now. There's so much to see and do around the grounds.
I call it a carnival now, the Australian Open. It's like a sort of like a music festival type of feel, where you come in and you've got this over here, and you've got the kids play area, which is incredible for parents to bring your kids, and then they can go and play over there. But just everything from the bands and the music, and you can see her wiping her face a little bit. You just wonder how she's going to handle this moment, Olga Danilovic, because one of the things we talked about, Josh, before the match is she can get really down on herself and get really stroppy, as we say here in Australia. So she has to reset big time.
All right, Jill, how's the vibe and the atmosphere courtside here?
The vibe's incredible, and I have to say that was a great point to be able to finish it off, because we can talk about the ball striking and how well both of these women served, but to me, I think I just want to pinpoint tactically to how smart Venus was there. I mean, she took any options away in some of these big moments to allow Danilovic to use the angles that we haven't seen her be able to use that much today, and that's credit to how well Venus is striking the ball, the shot selections that she's making in certain moments to take those shots away from Danilovic. But I think Venus, obviously, the start is going to be really important, as well as for Danilovic, just to see how well she's settled herself.
All right, so Danilovic to serve first, second set.
Yeah, after that point, and the heart rate would have been up, legs would have been a bit heavy. She has to, if you're Venus Williams here, if I'm her coach, I'm telling her, good feet, move the feet, get the legs going again. Of course, this is no problem for Danilovic. It's an hour-long match. She can play 2, 3, 4 hours, no problem. She's young, she's fit. Whereas for Venus, she does not want to get it down a quick hole in the second set. Whoa.
Just a tad long, so good start here from Danilovic. She's composed herself and come out of the gates pretty quickly, second set.
Yeah, look, I mean, we talked about who I thought it helped, but clearly Danilovic felt like she needed to get off the court, have a bit of a conversation with herself in the mirror, as we've all done when we've gone off the court from time to time. But I also think that it's important for Venus to get the legs going again. And I feel like a very, very important game here for Venus Williams on serve, to not get behind in this set early.
Haven't seen many double faults. Just 4.
And that's one of the reasons, Josh, I think she went for that slower first serve on set point, because she knows sometimes that does creep in under pressure. Just not enough pace on that particular serve there, Josh. She was sitting there to be absolutely spanked. Again, that's just bad footwork from Danilovic. And Josh, I mean...
Do you think it's the occasion?
it's sort of it's Venus's serve, to be honest. I mean, I have actually played against Venus many times. The first serve is so big, and then the second serve is so slow and sometimes high, and you're not prepared for it. You have to get your feet organized on the second serve. And and if I'm Danilovic here, I'd be moving over to my right a little bit, looking for a forehand.
Just like that, it was exactly what she did.
I think also she might feel like if she doesn't get the return just right, with how well Venus can get length and depth and pace on the ball, that if she doesn't hit it just right and out of Venus's reach, that she may be in trouble on the next ball.
Got the line, and that is the early break for Olga Danilovic.
Yeah, this is what I was worried about for Venus, Josh, not coming out and being active with the legs and really almost looking to sort of show her very younger opponent that, listen, I just won the first set. Now I'm going to keep going now. Instead, you sort of sense from Danilovic, okay, she's human. I get it. She's a little bit older. Now I'm going to make her work.
The odd unforced error that has crept into Olga's game tonight would be frustrating for her.
It's a little bit patchy now. And again, that's a forehand error on the return that Venus would want back. You almost feel like, Josh, that Danilovic is settled. Okay, the first set would have been a lot of nerves for her. As Jill Krabus talked about, you know, Venus has this presence about her. And when you walk on the court, you're kind of like, oh, I can't believe I'm playing Venus Williams.
Well, that's a good response in this second set from Danilovic. A good start. 3-love, second set. Yeah, one of the great champions of our sport. She has such a big aura wherever she walks, around the grounds or into the, may it be the dining room or the transport. You know she's around. Yeah,
I mean, listen, legends of the sport remain for a reason, because they are that. And so Venus has this incredible presence. She's very tall, and she just is so statuesque when she walks around and on the court. And I'm sure that Danilovic looked down the other end of the court and was like, I cannot believe I'm playing Venus Williams. They've never played each other before. And I think it probably took her a little time to sort of settle in. She wouldn't have known how Venus hits the ball, really. No one practices with Venus. And I think that it's probably taken a little time to settle in, and now it's very important for Venus to sort of up the energy again.
It's glorious here. Get a chance, come on out and check out the Australian Open. Temperature's expected to be really, really good all week long here. Turning it on, real party atmosphere here on the Sunday start at the AO 2026.
15 love.
Yeah, and the crowd will certainly help Venus. I think they starting to sense that maybe this second set getting away from her. Perfect. I wish I could teach that particular shot to every pro on tour. It's the amount of times you see players, Josh, as you know, hit this forehand back cross court. And the shot to hit here is inside out, no matter what. And Venus has always been so good at that particular shot.
Love.
Needed this service game. It's a good one. A love hold for Venus Williams. Just stays in touch. 3-1 though. Danilovic leads with a break.
Better footwork there in that game from Venus. Good serving. A few more first serves in and then really went after that first shot.
How much do you think she would be hitting? Like in her training days and leading into this, do you think she would have spent a lot of time on the court?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, there's no way you can play out here unless you've done 2 or 3 hours a day of practice. You know, some players will do 2, 3, or 4, depending on how many matches they're already playing coming into the Australian Open.
You made an interesting point though. So you think that typically Serena and Venus, they very rarely hit with other players.
Yep. They usually have a hitting partner, and that's who they hit with, or they hit with each other. Venus has been known to hit with a few other players over the last few years, though.
Love.
Quick service games, and it's Danilovic in control. Just the one break up, leads 4-1 second set. Pretty good court this one, isn't it, John Cain Arena? It's a big court, so the actual playing surface feels quite large, but the atmosphere is always a little different, isn't it?
You know, the one thing about the Australian Open in general, whether it be Margaret Court, John Cain, Rod Laver, there is literally not a bad seat at the Australian Open. You can be in the last seat of Rod Laver or John Cain and you can see the court perfectly. And that is not the case at certain other majors. I mean, the last seat at the US Open is a little tough to see the court. So, you know, they've done a great job throughout of all the arenas here in Melbourne, and that is just the most incredible sight, isn't it? Rod Laver Arena just being one of the most iconic sites in Australian sport.
Not many better venues, really, and it's just so well located.
I mean, you can walk from the city in 10 minutes.
I mean, name many cities in the world that have sporting precincts like this littered right in the heart of the city, and it's what makes it easy, isn't it? When you're a player and you come and play at the Australian Open, Stubbsy, it's pretty convenient.
I'd probably say the only thing even remotely close is like Madison Square Garden in the city of New York. But this is a phenomenal precinct. So a lot of work to do here for Venus Williams, down 1-4 in the second set. Has to keep the scoreboard pressure on at least in the second set. Both serving very well already, though, in this set, Josh. Danilovic, again, winning 90% of her first serves, and Venus up at 83.
13-9.
I mean, that's impressive. Venus needs to get the percentage up, but when she gets it in, she is winning a lot of those points.
14.
Wow. Talk about vintage, Josh.
Certainly was. And don't they love it here?
Doesn't he love it? How's that haircut?
I'm loving his haircut.
Did you ever have a mullet?
A mullet with a mohawk.
51 seconds it took to win that game. That was no big deal.
And stays in touch. 4-2. Danilovic leads.
Did you answer me? Did you ever
No.
have a mullet?
Oh, maybe a mullet, but not the mohawk with a mullet. Might try it.
I have to say I've been pretty impressed with how Danilovic has come out here in this second set. She could have easily gotten frustrated after losing that first set, but her demeanor has been so good so far. It helps when you get that early break of serve, for sure.
Oh,
that's very good. But I was a little bit surprised. I don't know if you guys agree with me, because when Olga went off the court after the first set, normally you see the player get up, move around, because you can get cold so quickly, and we didn't see Venus do that. And I think that's part of the reason why maybe it took her a little bit of time to get back and moving a little bit better in the second set.
yeah, I mentioned that, Jill, how I thought Venus didn't get up and move around enough and was a little flat-footed in that second set start. But being tested here, Danilovic.
Just long. Yeah.
She almost guided that too much. She got to it rather easily. Those big, long, loping legs of Venus. She's always been so good at running balls down, and she had almost too much time here. That could prove very pivotal, that point. That's the difference, Josh. You know, when Venus was 25 years of age, she runs that backhand down quite easily. And so, you know, at her age, that is going to be a little more difficult.
Splits the line. So good serving again. It's getting pumped up here. Danilovic leads 5-2. Second set.
Time.
So getting down to the business end of this second set here, where Venus Williams serving to stay in it in this second set. Played an incredible first set tie-break.
Gee, they've both been serving unbelievable, Josh. I mean, when I look at their serving stats, they both hit the same speed average first serve. 165 Ks or 102 miles an hour, depending on where you live in the world. Both of them, same.
And a point in case.
And both have the same fastest serve. Both have hit the fastest serve at 184 Ks or 114 miles an hour. Both of them. So they're serving great, the two of them.
Nice 1-2 punch here. Just desperately trying to hold serve Venus so she can have one more crack on the return.
It's a nightmare, isn't it? It's kind of like when a lefty serves into you as a righty. It just keeps coming at you, and you can't get out of the way of it. And that's what happened with Danilovic there, getting a taste of her own medicine. Oh, she's missed it.
Yep, just long. So a good hold from Venus. Gets one more crack on the Danilovic serve here.
Definitely better energy from Venus from that real slow 3-love start in the second set, where I felt like, as Jill talked about, she got really flat, whereas now I feel like she's sensing maybe a break here. Just absolutely impressive serving.
Yeah, I mean, to think, Stubbsy, she's at 78% of first serves in. That's an incredible number.
For the match.
All match. That's a really high number for any pro. You rarely see that.
Venus is taking a look. She doesn't agree with the... She's like, can I challenge it?
Williams is asking to see a review of the ball on the left far side.
Great serving again.
Second serve ace this time brings up 3 set points. It's beautiful serving, all set from Olga Danilovic, and she has hit back and locked this match up at 1 set all. Well, Stubbsy, it was just the start of this second set that just really hurt Venus Williams.
Yeah, I mean, just sat around too much on the side of the court there. When Danilovic went off the court, she re-gripped her racket, but as soon as she re-gripped it, she should have been up and moving around, and that was the mistake from Venus. For someone who's so experienced, that really did not help her at all. I mean, look, the first serve win percentage for both players is outstanding, but the difference maker, really, the second serve. I mean, Danilovic, we saw the kicker out wide on the second serve there. She has the ability to be able to hit that slider out wide to Venus, and Venus, the second serve, kind of got a little bit punished in that second set. But I mean, overall, Josh, looking at the match the way it is, this is going to come down to serving in the third set. And clearly, can Venus physically now grind away a third set win?
Well, time will tell. This match to play Coco Gauff potentially.
Oh, I mean, come on, wouldn't you love to see Gauff? Venus Williams second round? I mean, we're not supposed to, you know, root for anybody in particular, but that would be, talk about incredible.
Sport would love that. And as we take a look at the highlights, they did play at Wimbledon, remember, when Coco burst onto the scene. In fact, she beat her.
That's when we said, who is this young woman, Coco Gauff? Well, we've learned since, but you know, the highlights, when you look at them here, it's just Danilovic playing such good serving tennis and never allowed Venus into her service games. First game, absolutely massive for Venus Williams here.
Yeah, we're on John Cain Arena on what is a stunning night here in Melbourne. Day one Aussie Open. It's been an absolute cracker. And so is this match. So all to play for. It's a sprint finish here as we start the third set. Venus Williams to serve.
Interesting to see if she implements that serve a little more, serve to the body. And I can assure you, when Venus does hit that first serve into your body, it is not fun because it comes from a trajectory that's a lot higher than you're used to because of Venus's height.
Her skills have been so silky tonight, Venus Williams, and there's been no sign of rust or mishitting. It's been very clean.
I agree, Josh, but that was not a good error from Danilovic. That was a sitter forehand at a critical moment. You've coached, Josh. I've coached. We've also both played. And we know when we look over at our coach and we see them, they're nodding their head, they're being very positive, but what we don't see is in between. And we saw in between how he felt about the miss on that forehand prior. He was not happy about it.
Yeah. Just got a little caught up here.
40-13.
That was a good get, though, from Danilovic. It was a wonderful serve from Venus, and she just got a racket on it and made her opponent hit one more shot.
Makes no mistake of it this time. And he's used that advantage beautifully. I think that's a good advantage, serving first.
First game,
One love, Venus Williams. Get this crowd engaged.
Did you see Venus when she won that game?
I was just going to say that, Stubbsy, how she held her head up high.
Well,
Is that what you're going to say?
She held her head, but she looked directly at Danilovic, almost as to say, I'm here to play.
Yeah.
I'm a champion. Stop complaining. I'm gonna give you everything tonight.
That was great, yeah. I mean, but also the way she just held her head up high as she walked across to the other side of the court. Just a proud moment, I think, to get that first game. She knows how important that was.
I mean, look at those serving stats, Josh. 53% unreturned. And I think she has to rely on that in the third set here, because no doubt nerves will be a factor, and if Venus holds, she will always be ahead in this set.
Yeah, scoreboard pressure is a funny thing in our sport, isn't it? By virtue of serving first, if she can stay in front for the next 10 to 15 minutes, this will get interesting.
That is as good a point as Danilovic has played tonight. Venus went for the forehand. She's been looking for that side, and Danilovic took her chances there. That is not a comfortable forehand for her to normally hit. Oh, she tried it again there. That one was a little bit more difficult because it was deeper in the court, and you could see that Venus was already running to the line. They put a bit of pressure on Danilovic, so really big moments here now.
Come on, come on.
That was tight.
We saw Danilovic's coach there just indicate to her side to side, side to side. But it's one thing to tell your player to go side to side. But if they're nervous, trying to change direction, that's not so easy.
No, definitely not. So a break point here for Venus Williams. That is going to make it interesting. So a couple of unforced errors, and Venus Williams gets the early break in this third set.
Okay, this is the Danilovic we have seen from time to time through her career. Very demonstrative, very negative. So if you're Venus Williams here, you have to lock in. She got up 2-love in the first set, Josh, and then allowed Danilovic to come back in. So this a very vital game for both players.
Gee, that's so good, so mentally resilient and desperate. You heard one grunt when she was just on end range there, Venus Williams. You can sense what it means to her.
And also, Josh, not panicking to try and get it to the forehand too early. But when Venus gets the chance to get the ball there, she's going to get errors, and she has a lot over the last couple of games.
I think you're right, though, Stubbsy. This next couple of minutes is huge in the outcome of this match. If you can get yourself to 3-love, you can see the finish line.
Well, if you're Venus Williams, you have to concentrate on one thing only here. Manage your own service games. Take your time, get the first serve in.
Exactly what she's done. She's just taken a little bit of pace off this first serve and shown experience, but is making that first serve.
Yeah, and look, you know, Venus takes it all in. She also senses that Danilovic has missed a lot of forehands over the last 3 or 4 games. Well, particularly this set.
Crowd love it, as they should. So Venus Williams, the 45-year-old, leads 3-love final set.
Williams leads by 3 games to love in the final set.
Great tennis IQ from and awareness from Venus. We shouldn't be surprised.
No, and I mean, through this third set now, it's 28 unforced errors from Venus, 31 from Danilovic. And, you know, overall, that's pretty good because both of them are going for it. You know, we've seen matches that have gone this long, 7-6, 6-3, 3-love, where players are hitting 50 unforced errors. And so it's pretty impressive from Venus that she's only at 28 right now and 24 winners. It's just the serve. The serve now is really imperative for Venus to continue to get that first serve in, and she'll be fine.
Time.
So Venus Williams has got the crowd rocking here on Cain Arena. On the first set, 7-6, it was a battle and it was brilliant tennis. Olga Danilovic hits back strongly in the second, but Venus Williams quick out of the gates here in this third set, and the crowd are absolutely loving what they're seeing.
Please.
Going after it, isn't she? Going after the forehand.
She has just attacked every ball into the forehand side of Danilovic for the last 7 or 8 minutes and cracked this set open.
But also not overplaying it, Josh. I think that's where Venus is smart. She's going through the middle when she doesn't have the right shot. She is going to the backhand when she needs to. But then as soon as she gets one to hit, she's really peppering that side of the court. Danilovic just went over to change her racket in the middle of the game. Very unusual.
Well, this becomes big for Venus if she could secure a double break. She would be loving life.
Yeah, and let's face it, Josh, even though Venus has won as much as she has, she will feel incredible tension finishing this match off.
I think we all do here in John Cain Arena. It's been one of those matches. And that will help. Has not missed a ball in this third set.
Love 14.
That's pretty important. A double service break now for Venus Williams. 4-love, final set.
And Danilovic definitely, I'm sure you can see, has lost a little bit of confidence, but it's the moment down here too. It is so loud courtside. Every single moment that goes in Venus's way, they get louder and louder, and I feel like Olga is feeling that definitely.
It's very important here, though, even though you've got a 2-break lead for Venus, to settle herself, reset, and concentrate on first serves.
So good.
15 love. All.
This is where you have to settle. I know it's 4-love and you think, okay, this match is over. Trust me, it's not. This will be a monumental win. It's been years since Venus has won a match at a Grand Slam, and no matter how experienced you are, the nerves will be flying big time.
Forty.
It's been 5 years, Josh, since she played here at the Australian Open, and it's been 5 years since she's won a first round at a major. That was 2021 Wimbledon. So these points are going to feel huge.
Yep, good response to stay in touch. So Olga Danilovic on the board in this third set. Venus with a 4-1 lead. This is going to get difficult.
Yeah.
It always does. It doesn't matter who you are.
You know, Danilovic also has the sort of mindset of, oh, well,
it's over.
You know, who cares? You kind of give the old tankaroo. Even though you're not really tanking, you mentally tank. We've all been there. We've all done that. Oh, I don't care anymore. And you start all of a sudden loosening up, playing great. And you know your opponent starting to get a little bit tight, missing a few balls here and there. So for Venus, it's really important to sort of, what I said at the start of the second set, here in the third set, she's got to get the energy going. She's got to get the feet moving. She's got to get the energy flowing in the right way and not trying to protect the lead.
Time.
And I like this. Eating the banana actually helps you with nerves. For, you know, anyone at home, when you start to feel this, get some food into you. It does help.
Okay. 4-1, Venus leads. Just dropped serve though. The one break ahead.
Love.
This is also where the crowd is super important, as Jill Kraber said courtside. It's like it's very loud down there, and they need to get behind Venus to get her over the line here almost.
Yeah, it's gotten a little bit more quiet ever since Danilovic was able to break in that last game. And when those points were going really fast for Venus to get up 4-love, I couldn't hear a thing down here. It's unbelievable atmosphere.
That's just long, so Danilovic with a couple of games in a row.
Williams leads by 4 games to 2.
I mean, we knew that second break was going to be important.
Nothing's changed, okay? Keep making many plays. Here we go. Come on.
Yeah.
Well,
First serve, faster.
It's been good.
Yeah.
The support's been solid without over exuberance, keeping her really grounded. Yeah, these early points in this game are huge. She's got to stay physical.
I just overheard Venus as well come over to her husband and coach and just say, I just need to focus. I can't really hear you that much, but she's like, I got to stop thinking and just focus.
It's so hard. I don't care who you are, to be able to separate the win and stay in the moment. She's been so great at it her career, but this is different. I was just thinking throughout that whole rally, Josh, and Danilovic all of a sudden is not missing. And then just wide on that forehand. Very physical point there for Venus Williams.
That's just 136 kilometres an hour first serve, and she may have got a little too passive. Of course she wants to make some first serves, but this one was just a little too soft. So 2 break-back points here for Danilovic. Yeah, hasn't missed a ball in his last 3 games. Danilovic is back on track. And we're on serve. Venus Williams leads 4-3 in the final set.
Final set.
It's a funny game, tennis, isn't it? You get to 4-love, and if you weren't watching it, you think, boy, that person's going to go on and win it. But it is such a hard thing in this sport. You cannot wind the clock down. You've got to go out and make it happen.
Yeah, and you just felt like Venus at 4-love serving. And I knew it. I just had a feeling. I was like, she just needs to win this game to get it to 5-love. I just feel like she could probably get over the line at 5-love, you know, win at least one of her service games, or maybe even have a crack. And also Danilovic at 5-love would have been like, I'm out of here. But at 4-1, you could sense, you know, you as a player, she relaxed. She started hitting the ball better, Danilovic, and Venus, without question, got a little nervous and tight.
Venus Williams up early. Out. Just lost 3 games, lost a lot of momentum here. She's got to stay physical, I believe. Maybe just try and take a few more chances when the ball gets into that rally situation.
And she's in a bit of a quandary, really, Josh, because, as you said, she needs to make Danilovic play, but also I feel like she's sensing that Danilovic has picked up her game, so therefore Venus has to make she has to be more aggressive here too. Can't be passive. And a lot more unforced errors coming from the Williams racket.
That's really good footwork here. She's playing with great freedom again.
That was a heck of a return there from Venus.
That's what she's got to do. She's got to hit out a little. I really feel she's got to trust
her shots.
Yeah. So hard to do, though. Take nothing away from this young lady. Olga Danilovic has levelled the third set at 4-all.
Impressive point there from Danilovic. Venus getting 1 or 2 more balls back in the court. And she did not hesitate on that forehand. She has missed a lot of forehands in this particular match early on in the set. But on that occasion, she said, I'm going for it. So incredibly, gone from 4-love to all
square
in the third.
Hasn't done a lot wrong. I mean, it's been, of course, a few unforced errors, but Danilovic has not missed a beat in this last 10 minutes.
Now you start to think maybe it's just not my day. That is incredibly unlucky.
You don't see a lot of dead net cords here on these nets. They're tight, they're pulled very tight.
Believe it or not, that little cheer from the crowd gave Venus a little bit of time to settle and maybe refocus. Josh, I feel like that's the first kind of bad error we've seen off the forehand side from Danilovic. And is it because all of a sudden now she's kind of turned into the favourite? What a big miss there. And you heard Venus come on after the point.
If she could ever buy a first serve, it'd be right about now. Well, what a return. Got the first serve.
I think it's a mistake, though, to go to the backhand. I think it was a great serve, but it is into the better shot of Danilovic.
So it's a break point for Danilovic.
Venus doing well to take her time there, and it's just the tension and is down here is growing. There's so much excitement on every single point now. And now I think both of them are playing evenly.
That's the side. You have to serve to the forehand if you're Venus Williams here.
Thank you. Advantage Williams.
Yeah.
It's just not enough on it.
110 k's an hour, and that's her very best return is the backhand.
I think on the game points, when she's a little bit more tense, she has to go for the first serve. Just get it in the court to the forehand in some way.
Let's first serve. Advantage Williams. Please.
Well, I don't blame that sort of look from Venus, because that was completely a bit of a shank off the backhand return there. Looked like it might sail wide and lands right on the line. Look at that. Boom.
Advantage Williams.
Just can't seem to find that first serve, Josh, on this game point.
It's the second serve. It's sitting.
Juice.
It's there to be hit.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Incredible
let the crowds
9-minute
be
game.
quiet between the first and second serve. Thank you.
Only winning 31% of the second serve she's hitting tonight.
Advantage Williams.
That's so brave. Gets up.
I feel like, you know, I've talked about she's got to get the first serve in, but you know what? I almost want her to go for this one out wide again here. She's got that feeling. I mean, is there a better sport in the world, honestly? Because you know she's thinking, should I get the first serve in? Should I go for it? Get the first serve into the foot. And Danilovic just keeps coming up with the goods on game point. From the moment, actually, no, Josh. You hit that serve, you're calculating. Should I go wide? Should I go to the forehand body? Maybe I should hit the slider. And you're calculating all of this in your brain. And sometimes you've got to take your brain out of your head and just play with passion.
I would just go for my best serve. Just back yourself, get up to the line here, Venus, and hit your best serve and go for it. Cannot find the first serve on the ad court.
Juice. Advantage Danilovic.
What a get on the return. Just sort of poked it back in the court.
Let's first.
I can't believe it, can you?
Well, can you believe it? She's only made 2 first serves in that ad court all game. 9 on the first court, but when she needs it, she comes up with an ace.
Honestly, I can't believe what I'm watching right now. This is just unbelievable drama. Look at that, first serve's in. No problem on the first court, as you said, Josh, and then those two beauties out wide. It's amazing what the brain does to your own self sometimes.
Oh.
Advantage, Danilovic.
Good fight from both players, but it's Danilovic now with a vital break. Leads 5-4 and a chance to serve for the match.
Hard to believe, Josh. That many game points for someone as great as Venus Williams. Just couldn't find the serve when she needed it, but credit to Danilovic because those weren't easy second serves. They were into the body. She handled it well. She got her feet out of the way and she kept hitting out, and that's been the difference maker. From 4-love to 5-4 up, she's been the more aggressive player.
Can she maintain that aggression now?
Yep.
Let's see.
Very different story when you all of a sudden now get the opportunity to serve for the match as opposed to coming back from behind.
Olga Danilovic down 4-love in this final set. Reeled off 5 games in a row and is now serving for it.
Forget
about it. Come on. Next point.
Allez,
You're still in this. You're still in this.
Punto su punto,
Come on.
forza.
Come on.
So it's now Danilovic trying to close it out here. Needs some first serves. Oh, great shot from Danilovic. Had no right to win this point. Great scrambling.
30 all.
2 hours and 16 minutes of absolute quality here on Cain Arena. So Olga Danilovic playing some of the best points of the match here. Back to back has brought up match point. And that is an incredible comeback from Olga Danilovic.
6-4.
Well, it's disbelief. Had to play her very best in the end and reeled off an incredible 6 games in a row to beat the great champion of our sport, Venus Williams. What a match it was, though, from Venus Williams. Put on an absolute clinic out here on Cain Arena. We saw some fantastic tennis. But Olga Danilovic was able to get it done in the end. Let's hope that's not the last we see of Venus Williams, because the quality was right there tonight. And the crowd absolutely loved seeing Venus out here on Cain Arena. Got so close, just couldn't quite get across the line. What a legend of our sport and a great champion as Venus Williams departs here. That was so good, so impressive. Well, let's head down courtside with Renee Stubbs. She's courtside with Olga Danilovic.
Well done. Well, Olga, first of all, congratulations. What a terrific match out here we saw tonight. I have to ask you, walking onto this court, playing against someone I'm sure you have looked up to your entire career, what was that moment like to look down the other end and actually see Venus Williams for the first time?
Not easy. When we were walking there, you know, I told myself before the match, I really want to take this moment, and I cannot say enjoy because it's tough to enjoy at the moment on court, but you know, these things don't happen every day, and playing against Venus Williams is something that I cannot take for granted, but there was a lot of nerves. I mean, on 4-0, I just said to myself, okay, just play, you know, just take everything out and just play point by point. And yeah, I'm very happy I managed to get this one, but it was such a pleasure playing against such a legend.
Yeah, so well said. So I want to take you back a little bit before we get to the third set. You do lose the first set. What happened? You went to the bathroom, probably had a conversation with yourself. What was the conversation like in there with yourself?
Maybe I don't want to say every word.
You can't swear. No swearing.
No, but you know, I look at myself in the mirror and I said, okay, take the, tennis apart. I love myself. I want to be there for myself, be a friend. So I came on court and I tried to, put my head high and just go for it. So, and then the second set was good, obviously, but then the third set, didn't start so well. But, I just kept reminding myself and I think it worked.
Certainly did. What did you feel like you learned also from looking down the other end and looking at Venus and how she handled the moment, the whole time? Were you thinking of trying to emulate also what you were seeing down the other end?
I tried not to, because I think that gets you nerves. So I tried, just to look at this yellow ball and just move my hand, move my legs, and it was such an amazing atmosphere. Obviously more people was for her, but I saw a lot of Serbian flags, a lot of Serbian people. I heard Serbian, and that is why I love Australia. I love our people coming here. They really helped me a lot, honestly. Hvala vam puno, stvarno svima na podršci. And yeah, it was electric.
So last question, take me through that 4-all game. You were down multiple game points. What were you telling yourself there? And also then coming out to serve for the match, what was most preeminent in your mind to tell yourself?
Move your legs, move your hand. And that was the only thing I was saying to myself. She was serving incredible, honestly. I mean, of course, we all know, but in these important moments, she was serving so good. So, I mean, I couldn't do anything, If she's going to play like that, I give the hand and that's it. So I kept myself calm and it worked.
Well, I tell you what, it was an amazing atmosphere out here. Venus Williams, one of the great champions of all time, but you tonight got the better of her, so congratulations on a phenomenal comeback there in the third.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Through to the next round, Olga Danilovic.
Really well said there from Olga Danilovic. Had to dig deep and show great resilience and self-belief today over here on Cain Arena late in the evening. That's a very special victory that she will remember for the rest of her life. Had to find the self-belief tonight, and she did in the very biggest moment in this match. As we take a look at the match summary, first serve percentage was really high from Olga Danilovic, 73%. It was pretty good from Venus as well at 60, and it was the points won on the first serve, which was so high throughout the course of that match. Not too bad in the unforced error rate, and very good in winners as well. So this was a really classy, high-quality match. 2 hours and 17 minutes of edge of the seat stuff here from Olga Danilovic, and boy oh boy will she be thrilled. So plenty of fans still here at Cain Arena. Such big support, a lot of Serbians out today here, as Olga has progressed nicely into the second round here at the Australian Open. We'll be very happy about that. As we take a look at the Australian Open draw, Olga Danilovic is through with a potential second round clash with Coco Gauff, the world number 3. You got some other good names lurking, Mukova, Emma Navarro, also down the bottom there. So what a win that was. And we have seen an incredible tennis match here on Cain Arena. So Venus Williams departs the scene here at John Cain Arena. She gave it her absolute best. Couldn't have done any more. Her husband there, Andrea, in support. Just recently married. Let's hope that's not the last time we see Venus Williams leave. So it was phenomenal tennis from this absolute legend. Well, it's been an incredible day of tennis here. Day one here at the Australian Open. We've had all sorts. It's been just a stunning way to start the Australian Open 2026, and what better way to cap off this court here, John Cain Arena. It was Venus Williams up against Olga Danilovic. It was vintage Venus Williams for so much of this match. She got so close, but in the end, there really could be only one winner, unfortunately, for the sport, and it is Olga Danilovic through here in 3 incredible sets of tennis.